Now, if you woke up this morning saying, man, I need 4 Ford tractors in 1-box scale, then you are in luck, my friend, because you're going to get that as well as 6 other pieces right here. We're going to get all 10 of these. You're seeing them broadly right now. I'll give you a size marker. Does that help you at all? No, it does not, because how do you tell where that begins and ends? But we're going to put it in there anyway. We'll brighten it up, and then I'm going to walk through each and every one of these so you get to see exactly what you're going to be getting. 4 tractors, 6 other vehicles. Man, oh man, let's get into it. All right, first up, we have a little bit something different from Lesney Matchbox. We'll circle around on it here. This is the Saunders Roe SRN 6. It's a hovercraft, not something that you'd normally come across, so a pretty cool piece right there. It does have the propeller is intact. Let's see if we can spin it. I'm not sure. Well, let's see if we can stay in focus first. Might be good. You see the little British flag on it, the little Union Jack, pretty cool. You see that hovercraft part down there. Does it spin? Yeah, no, I don't. Is it just hard in there? I think it is. Huh, I thought this would have spun. But I don't think it's seized up. I believe that's just molded that way, so pretty cool. We'll show you the top, we'll show you the bottom, so you can see it. Well, we'll show you it falling over. And let me get that right there. I want you to be able to see the bottom of it without messing up the camera here, so let's try and do that. It's tough to read this writing sometimes, but I definitely want you to see the condition of the bottom as well. So there you go. And it does have fairly good suspension for, a hovercraft. It does drive freely and well, and is all around a pretty cool piece. We're going to move on to a more traditional piece right here, and that is the, is this the Hoveringham? No, this is the 37 Cattle Truck. Let's get that one. We'll move it all the way around so you can see. You can see it's got that cattle truck. I believe that opens, and I'll show you that in a moment. Nice and gray. The yellow plastic on it, or the yellow paint on it, is looking pretty good. The glass is looking pretty good right there. You can see no cracks, no crazing, no any of that. Looking pretty good. The tires, I think that one's seen better days right there, but not the worst thing in the world. I did promise I'd show you. Yeah, there we go. So let's get a shot of that, and we'll let you see on the inside for the catalog. For those of you not watching the video, we certainly want you to be able to, well, I'd like it to focus. There we go. We certainly want you to be able to see the inside. If you were here in the gallery, you'd want to look at every single part of this, including that bottom, so you can read the writing. And since that's not going to be possible for most of you, we'll bring you into the gallery ourselves. We'll also show you a little bit, something that you can't see from the pictures. Not great suspension on this one. The wheels seem to turn pretty good. That one, it's catching a little bit, but it's not the worst. You see some wear and tear on those tires, but they're not cracked, and they seem to go pretty good. He rolls freely. Does he roll far? No, but he rolls relatively freely. Next up, we got the boat. Here we go. I'm going to use a little bit of museum tack right here just to keep him upright. Will it work? No, I doubt that it will, but that way we can keep him kind of upright while we, yeah, it already broke, while we spin him around. And nope, it's turned into a 3-hour tour. Okay, well, we tried. But you know what? In fact, this is a little bit better because now you can see right down into the cabin. So I kind of like that. I'm actually happy with how this turned out. I love that blue paint on it. Probably not good for at-sea rescues. Let's cover up the museum tape now for the photos and the catalog. Unless you really write me and say, hey, I want a little bit of that museum tack there to hold it up for my shelf when I own it. We're not going to include that in the picture because we're not going to include it with the lot. But you already saw it a little bit down there. Let's get it the full. You get those deck chairs looking pretty cool. And this one's a little bit different. So normally we show you the writing on the bottom. This one has no writing on the bottom, and it's also missing the the trailer. Otherwise, it would stand up fine. But it does have some kind of schmutz. Not schmutz from our museum tack. It was already there. It's some kind of brown and what looks to be a little bit of blue scraped there. And this does not want to focus because it's white on white. But there you go. That's the number 9 cabin cruiser. No trailer, but all around pretty cool. Let's have that one sail off as we bring in the Claws. This is the Claws number 65. It is a combine harvester. Speaking of harvesters, if you are not yet a fan of if you are a fan of bluegrass and or metal, you may want to check out a little song by the name of Harvester of Sorrows. Is that what it is? Yeah. Harvester of Sorrows. It is a my new favorite genre of music, which is called it's a bluegrass mix-up, or mash-up rather. And what did I say? Harvester of Sorrows? No, that's a Metallica song. I'm wrong. It's Harvester of Constant Sorrows. It is a mashup of Metallica and Man of Constant Sorrows, if you are familiar with the old Coen Brothers film. Let's get the bottom there so you can see it. And it is a mashup of bluegrass and... Let's zoom out a little bit. That might help the focus. There we go. Bluegrass and metal. Also known as thrash grass. So there you go. We'll get the bottom of it. And you know what? This one will also show the top. And now I want to see. Does that arm? Oh, I would have been very excited if that arm moved. It does not, but that's okay. So we've got all the way around, and this one, I don't know why, it just does not want to focus. Let me zoom out for the rest of them here so we can just, I think that will help a little bit. We're going to move on here to our steamroller. Always so much fun with these. Probably growing up, steamrollers would have been my favorite. I don't know why. You know, when you're a 5-year-old, something about a steamroller, even though I'd probably never seen one in real life, seeing them in Matchbox, and all of mine were plastic. This is nice, heavy die-cast. There's just something about it. I don't know why. As you move on later on in life and perhaps have a job where you've actually created a road, you know what? It's less exciting, but this is pretty cool. It's in blue and orange, looking very nice there. This one has a little bit more wear than some of the others, and that stands to reason. Obviously, this is the one Johnny would have taken back out in the backyard and really enjoyed playing in the sandbox or what have you. So it gets scratched little by little, but given the years, given the age, man, that's pretty nice. And look at that detail in there. You see the engine, the steering wheel, all that extra details. You got the smokestack right there. Pretty cool. I like it. This is not our typical fare. This is actually a Corgi Jr. It's the Rago Rambler. I'm sorry, not the Rago Rambler, the Rago Rascal. Oh, and I have it upside down, so you can't even read it. I don't know what I'm doing here. So it's a little bit different, a little Corgi Jr. for you. We don't get those too often. I'll get a shot from the top just because it looks different from the top, and I like you to see it. So now you've seen everything about that. Here is perhaps the coolest one that we have in this collection. I am a big fan of the Roll-O-Matics. Here's a problem. Now the Roll-O-Matics have like little kind of, I don't know, novelty kind of gimmicks to them, and there's nothing wrong with that. So you roll them along and they do something. This, I believe, it pom-poms out. So as you move it, it goes putt, 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 and the gun goes in and out like that. I'm not going to show you that. I think it works. I think there's no problem with it. Why am I not going to show you that? You know how transparent we are. We always try to show you every possible aspect. And as I say that, I notice the monitor makes this look a little bit more light green than it actually is. This is probably closer to the real color. I'm putting light on it so you can see the details, but it seems to be washing it out. So this is probably, yeah, as I'm looking in the monitor, this is much closer to the actual color that I'm seeing here in the gallery, so use that to make your decision. Now, it does not turn, the turret does not move about. The reason I won't show it to you is because of this. There's absolutely nothing wrong with these tire treads, and I'd like it to stay that way. Older treads like this, they can get old and cracked, and I gave it a little bit of, it seems to be fine, but I'm not going to push it. I'm not going to test my luck, which ends up being testing your luck, because you end up being the ultimate buyer. You can take some linseed oil, you put it on there, just to make sure. I think it'll roll fine, but I don't want to risk cracking these on you. So we made the decision that rather than risk cracking, instead I will risk that it does not work. So treat it as untested. You can see this action works. As we pushed it along just a little bit without pushing it too much, we did see it starting to work. But I'm afraid to bust those on you. Once you have them and they're in your collection, you can do anything you want with them. I would suggest putting a little bit of linseed, making them nice and supple, because they've been sitting at rest for about 40 years. I know if I've been sitting at rest for 40 minutes, I don't want to do anything. So be aware of that. But all around, pretty cool. And let me get a shot for the catalog of that Roll-O-Matics bottom. So we'll lighten that up. And then finally, we're going to finish out with these guys. We got 4 of them. Why 4? Our consignor must have loved tractors. The tires on these things notoriously fall off as they sit around for a while, picking up moisture, getting old. They get bigger, like many of us. As they get older, they get wider, and they don't perform as well, so they hold on. So let's do it like this. I'll show you all the way around, and you can see them from every possible angle as those tires fall. Let me fix that for you, just so it looks pretty for the catalog, but know that they are going to fall. We'll put these in little Ziploc bags so that, you know, everything stays. But they're going to fall off as we do it, so be aware of that. So get them around there. You can see them from every possible angle. I'll flip them over on the sides. Just be aware that when I do it, all the tires are going to fall off. Now, 2 of them have fallen off ostensibly for good. We just could not find them anywhere in the collection that came. You know, it's standard tires, so you can swap them out with any other of those kind, but I do want you to see that these 2 just don't have them. Now, you can swap them in between, you can do whatever you like, and you can leave one as just a yard ornament, if you like, but I want you to be aware of that. So that's going to do it for these. You're going to get those 4, and through the magic of editing, you're going to see them one more time all together. Remind you that you're going to get all 10. Does this help? No. It kind of gives you an idea of the size of each one, but we throw it in there because, well, that's what we use in our third picture in our catalogs all the time. Not only are you going to get these guys right here, but wait, there's more. We're going to throw in this guy because that's how it came. It came with the original vintage carrier there, the holder, so we'll throw it in. It is brittle as all heck. It's probably going to shatter in traveling, but it provides one more level of protection. So you're going to get everything you see right here that doesn't want to focus. You'll get the piece with it. All you have to do is head on over to TheBigToyAuction.com. You can leave those pre-bids right now or join us live on auction day. Either way, we look forward to seeing you at the auction.